Welcome to another day of Ether Rays. We're taking on Unison Bolts here, and we're going to go with the team that we've been using so far, one of the two. I think we'll probably close out the week using either one of these two teams. It's actually great practice, super fun to use, and I don't see a reason why not to. For this team, Ather here is replaceable by Baby Golveg, so that spot is pretty much free. I mean, well, then there's the bonus unit. That's really the bonus slot that Mythic Ather is in. So it depends. We'll see how the bonus rotate. Oh, it's gonna be a Snake Girl, isn't it? I don't know. She doesn't really fit this team. I mean, PM1 did put out a rather interesting Gale Force build for her. So, but also I don't have the fodder for that. I don't think. Attack speed wild. No, I don't. For now, she doesn't necessarily fit this team. I don't know. We'll have to see who's going to be bonus. Who's bonus next? Ninjas. After ninjas, it's what? Did we not get a banner after ninjas? I can't remember. I think ninjas is the most recent banner, so yeah. I'm gonna have to pull to get or at least see who the new bonus units are going to be before I do anything with her slot there. But anyways, let's talk about Neathhugger. Oh my god! She is very powerful, man. I feel like she's Ike tier, if not better than Ike. I mean, definitely better than Ike, because I did see her be... I saw her be able to solo Emblem Ike, so... high praise. She is definitely top tier save unit. Was not expecting that from her. You know, all the talk was about, or at least all my consideration was about Groot, Tree Man, and he actually is kind of underwhelming. I stuck him on my defense for Dark Season, and he just stands there. He doesn't really do much. I mean, that's really his playstyle, is really just to stand there, but I mean... you really would want some type of offensive capability. I mean, he can do it, but for the most part, he pretty much just stands there and lets everyone else do the work, which is kind of unfortunate. But Neathhugger is a whole other level. She puts in work, which is quite surprising, because offensive far save, I guess they had to put in all the stops just to get her the work. That's probably why they swapped out her weapon, because that would not have been good enough, her weapon from the story.
Without a doubt.
Definitely going to need to change my anima defense, because I am one of the few people who will suffer the Nurgle. Your Nurgle just got shot in the foot for no reason, so I'm going to have to swap out my anima defense, because it will suffer to Neathhugger. Not only that, I think there aren't really, like, maybe Bernie, like, from what I've been seeing so far. I haven't really done testing myself. From what I've been seeing, Bernie, Lucina, if she gets the quad off, not a lot of counters to this Neathhugger, especially when she's going to be bonus with that extra plus 10 HP next season, and 4 to all stats. That's going to play a big part in her survivability, so it's going to be very hard to take her out. Hopefully, the big thing is that a lot of people probably won't pull on this banner, but I'm pretty sure at least the competitive players will, because once they've seen, or I'm pretty sure they have by now, seen how powerful she is. So that's 100% guaranteed to be something that I'll see, you know, once we get to the higher tiers of Ether Raids 36 and above. So gotta rework the defense for anima season, unfortunately. Because I do think the one that I've had so far I was just gonna let it run, but it's kind of insane that they just dropped this powerful offensive mythic in the middle of the season, and I gotta change everything. I wasn't planning on changing anything, and now I gotta change everything. It's really annoying, but also, I mean, fun to work with. It's good to have a change. I've been kind of bored lately. Not gonna lie, I've been really bored. So it's good to try to figure out a way how to get her to blow up. That's the plan. incidentally enough, I think this is probably one of the main things that I wanted to discuss. The problem with running far saves in, let's say, particularly Astra season, because there's no Gato. So what that means is that the only way to get the 80% damage reduction against AoEs is to run Nagi, which is what I've defaulted to, because Sigurd is just so prevalent, especially in the higher tiers. You're definitely going to see a lot of Sigurd. So the problem is that, you can win the near safe matchup against Sigurd, but if that team or if the opposing defense has both a melee has both Sigurd plus, let's say, some type of ranged threat, you're more than likely going to lose at least one unit, because Sigurd is going to bring your far save down to 1, and then whatever comes and follows up is more than likely going to be able to take out whatever far save you have. Hopefully, I say that because lately it's been quite difficult to take out units that are down to 1 HP for whatever reason, especially Nithauger. She fits into that mold as well. She is, even though down to 1 health, she can also be very difficult to take out. So far saving is just not in the best spot in Astra Anima season, which makes sense why they put her there and not in light season, because if she was in light season, she would be unkillable with the Gato support. Especially with the fact that you wouldn't be able to steal her status effects, so Nurgle doesn't work in that way against her. So it's a good thing that they put her in Astra season, because the combination of her plus Gato is pretty much unstoppable as it relates to any AoEs in general. You just would not be able to take her out. Again, I want to say the 50% isn't good enough. She definitely wants that 80% support from Gato. And I'm overall just surprised at how strong they made her. I wasn't expecting her to be as tanky as she is, and I think a lot of it is probably down to that new weapon and also that B skill, Slick Fighter. I think that's probably the tits, man. That B skill looks really, really good for far saves. I was able to pick up a copy because I went back against my own beliefs, against my own was rational thinking. I went back into that banner because I was like, man, I need to be able to test against this, because she's not a defense mythic, so there's no way that I'm probably going to see her on anyone's defense. So the only way that I can really test against her is to have her myself, and that's quite unfortunate. So I ended up dipping back into that banner. Got like 3 or 2 actually male Shez. But luckily, within quite a few orbs, I was actually able to pick up a copy of her, so that's great. No more summoning on that banner. Even though I kind of wanted that Slick Fighter to fodder off, but that'll be on a different unit sometime in the future, I suppose. But all I gotta do now is level her up and then figure out how I'm gonna beat her. That's really the play. So you can definitely expect to see a new, at least for Astra Anima season, there's definitely going to be a new defense there. Dark season, it's probably going to stay the same. Group doesn't really do much unless, midweek next week again. Well, actually, it's going to be Friday. Well, probably Fridays midweek for Ether raids. Around that time, we should get the new Light Mythic. So depending on what that Light Mythic does, if that Light Mythic is able to, let's say, give out
the future is in sight.
It's not really the AoE support that's needed to stop Sigurd, because Sigurd is really what's going to be the problem for light season. So if there's something that comes out that can stop Sigurd in light season, then I'll probably have to change my defense. But I have a sneaking suspicion that they might release a ranged nuke for the support mythic for this book. Sneaking suspicion, because we've been getting a lot of Omni tanks.
I'll do it.
Surprising amount. And Omni tanks and just powerful saves in general, and not a lot of ways to counter them. So I think that it's more than likely going to be some type of ranged unit that can help us out, especially in light season where there aren't that many options. Astra season has a ton of ranged options from, I want to say, Shira onwards that are competent enough to help you out. Light season only has Uller, and that's only if you have invested somewhat into her. There just aren't that many good light mythics. The problem is, if it's a ranged unit, then she's gonna more than likely be meta, and they typically don't give us meta units for free. So I'm looking at what we've gotten for light mythics so far for free. Peony, Ash, Asker is probably the best one that we've gotten for free. So I don't have high expectations, but I'm thinking it might be ranged. If it's melee, then, you know, it's probably going to be really good. Probably some type of stat support unit. So I don't think we can expect too much of its melee. But if it's going to be ranged, then I think we're probably going to be cooking. But I don't know, man. Let's see what happens. It's all down to what the book pans out to be. I don't know what I'm going to do about Nithagger. She is looking like a problem. I've been having problems taking out Ike, so just thinking about dealing with Nithagger is just a pain. And the fact is, it's kind of feeling like I'm going to need to quad, and I don't like that direction because it means that I'd have to bring back Katria or put Bernie on defense, which I'm probably not going to do because it just doesn't synergize with Haste Rune. So, I don't know. Not a lot of options, man. Not a lot of options. It's either that or run Saline. Maybe Saline can do it. I don't like that idea. Really don't. But I don't know. Good problems to have in terms of engagement for the game. Because I was really down. I was like, man, after the ninja banner, I thought we were gonna get for the ninja banner, I thought we were gonna get a lot more powerful nukes than we did, but let's see where it goes from here, man. I'm excited for the new book at least. GG's.